Yeah, this is Paul. Yeah. I was looking at this law dictionary. hmm there is a couple different problems. There's a word called usurp. Yes. To seize and hold something that one has no right to seize and hold, the implication being that the thing is taken forcibly. Yes. Let's say you fill out a protection order that is not filled out according to the court's instructions. You are usurping the authority of the judicial system of the state of Washington, and ultimately you're usurping the authority of the Constitution of the United States. Now, when you forcibly take my rights and my sons and my assets and then refuse to remove the offending document, you've usurped the supreme law of the United States. Now, when I email a copy of RI.PDF that I had titled, where the petitioner didn't sign it, so I have no idea whether or not Heidi actually petitioned the court right. Where I was not given actual notice and opportunity to be heard, you have intentionally usurped the authority of the due process rights in the 5th and 14th Amendments of the Constitution. Now, they write these court instructions with the intention that if every court in every county issues every protection order the way that they design them, then there's no doubt that my rights would have been protected. But when you don't do what the law requires, you yourselves, in combination, have decided that your authority is greater than the authority of the United States of America. Now, I don't care if you have a badge on. When you don't enforce the law, you're abusing authority that you don't have the authority to have. You've usurped the authority of the United States. Now, you have forcibly taken from me what does not belong to the government. Pow! Now, to seize and hold, you have seized my sons and you are holding them hostage. That one has no right to seize and hold without actual notice and opportunity to be heard. It's kidnapping, child abduction, and child abuse. The implication being that the thing is taken forcibly. See, when you issue a protection order where I've been arrested that was issued not according to the instructions from the state of Washington, yes, you've actually abused, you forcibly removed from my life the 5 sons I gave. Okay. It says here, okay, fill in the address and telephone number, names of the minors. If minors are involved, list the names, first, middle, initial, last, and age of each child involved in the case. You see these 5 minors here? Yes. Those are my sons. You have forcibly removed my sons from my life when you issued a protection order that was not issued according to the instructions from the... Now, the court finds, based upon the court record, has jurisdiction over the parties, the minors, and the subject matter. I know that we've been over this protection order a number of times, but it seems like when the Hallam County clerk of said county has a signature that is not the same as the signature on this document, there is a very good probability that a number of the signatures of Heidi Lee Budnek are also forgeries. Now, when you use forgeries to forcibly take from an American citizen what I personally have the right to have because of the use of forgeries, it definitely violates the court instruction form. Okay. Now, let's look at this together because it seems like those in law enforcement have a difficult time understanding what the court, the instructions for the order for protection. Yeah. Describe physical appearance, sex behavior, so on and so forth. Check the boxes that has access to weapons. I am not 10 feet tall. Now, let's go over this. The court finds based upon the court record. The law requires the order to say if respondent received notice of the hearing and by what method. Since the judge needs to verify that service complied with court rules, timely and proper, the judge will probably complete this portion for you. The law requires the order to say. The order can't be silent, okay? There's what's called the Domestic Violence Protection Act, okay? The Violence Against Women's Act, okay? And the United States Constitution. You cannot issue a silent protection order. The law requires that it says. Now, when you issue a protection order that I have said numerous times actually does say the respondent did not receive actual notice of the hearing, that's what it says. Now, for law enforcement to not enforce the actual instructions from the state of Washington means that they have forcibly removed from my personal life the named 5 minors in the protection order. Now, these court instructions were issued in 2010. Yes. Order for Protection, DVI 3.015. Now, when you look back in 2011, yes, it should have been, just a second here for a second, on July 8th of 2011, you were not able to issue a temporary protection order because I was not a resident of the state of Washington. Now, I'm going to continue, okay, to go over all these court forms. And you, those that are sworn oaths of office, and those that are elected district court judges, superior court judges, and Supreme Court justices are going to enforce the laws of the United States. Do you understand? You're going to do that. You're going to give me what has been taken from me.